Hello everyone, this is Bronislava for HandMadeRukodelky. Today is going to be very quick video, very quick. I have students and they are always wondering why my tension is so good. And also some of my viewers were asking me about the video to make a video about the tension. Now, tension is really influenced by many factors, so you will have to go and watch several things at the same time. You will have to practice, and so let me go and discuss all the factors that are going to be influencing your tension, and hopefully, if you practice and you do it really, really slowly, you can go and get into the habit of making your tension nice and even. First of all, I think that a ball is going to influence a tension of your knitting, okay? And for example, I have here 4 balls. So this ball I am pulling from the outside, right? And you see how easy it is unwrapping? But then when it goes and flips later on, it may start unwrapping a little bit more. You see, like right now, it's giving us a different tension. Then we have a ball where you already used some of the yarn. So there will be a tension that is going to be much softer, much looser than if you are starting new ball, which is tighter when you are pulling the yarn from the inside, okay? And then there is another tension that is going to be influencing your knitting when you have a ball hand wind, okay? And that is again the same thing is happening with this ball as it was with this, except that you have changes in tension more rapid, more often, okay? If I'm starting to work with new ball and it's very tight on the inside, I usually pull yarn out. I pull out quite a bit so I don't have to do it too often because it slows me down. Next thing that influences your tension is how you wrap your yarn. You know, different people wrap yarn around their fingers differently. I, for example, go and put my yarn between my fingers this way or here. It doesn't matter. I usually go here actually. And then I just wrap my yarn a couple times around, and it's coming out from the outer of my finger, and when I knit I grab the yarn and I just pull it, and as I pull it I don't really change the length of this part much. All the tension is really coming from me pulling the yarn as I'm knitting. And let me go and show it to you. I just grab the yarn and slide it off, and at the same time I pull the yarn basically around my fingers, so it's moving this way each time a little bit at a time. It's not really tight between my fingers. I go just a little bit with my finger out this way so I can pull very gently and give it that perfect tension. So this is what I do. Other people, when they are knitting, they wrap their yarn more, they wrap it around the pinky and they wrap it around these fingers, and they actually knit with yarn in front of their finger. So again, I have to tell you, which I'm not gonna be good right now with this, you really have to find the best way for you to, you see, it's awkward for me here. Okay, I guess it can be done. I would have to change my way of wrapping the yarn. Then, so this is for continental, right? Then there are people who are doing the same thing with the pinky and the finger when they're working for English style, and that is that you kind of throw around, you go and you throw the yarn around the needle. So again that tension comes from, if it's how tight it's coming from your ball, how tight you have wrapped or how many times you have it wrapped, around your finger. So you need to find way which is the best way to wrap the yarn around the finger and where the yarn is coming from, the front, in the front of your index, or if it's going to be like mine from the back of the index. Okay, then I would believe that also the tension comes from how far your index is from the needles, although some people have it closer than I do, okay, and basically they have about the same tension as I do. So I'm not really sure if that is really completely true, but it may play some role in it as well. Now I think that another factor that is going to play a role is how nervous you are when you are knitting. Okay, if you feel like you're gonna lose your stitches, you're gonna be gripping everything more tightly and pulling on everything, so you will create much tighter stitches. And then when you feel that you are not losing that stitch, you are going to go and probably create a stitch that is more loose. Okay, so that's another way of control your muscle being more relaxed. Okay, so I would recommend that you practice just, you know, one stitch at a time, and with this stitch concentrate, do it slowly, and concentrate on what your hands are doing. Okay, and what is yarn doing, how it's sliding on your finger, and, you know, try to create a hand that is gonna be relaxed, shoulders that are gonna be relaxed. So basically what you need to do is do everything the same way, and that's how you're going to go and create the same tension, which means hold the needles the same way every single time when you're making your stitch. Okay, it's very, very repetitive way of doing the stitches. Now you have to hold the yarn the same way every single time you make that stitch. You have to have the distance over here same way when you make each stitch. You have to squeeze your fingers where you have the wrapped in between the fingers. It has to be squeezed the, you know, same way, or not squeezed at all. It depends, you know, how you hold, how you have it wrapped. So the very, very repetitive movement, okay, and the repetitive hold and wrap of your yarn is going to go and make your brain to register everything the way it should be, and it will become, after you practice for, you know, many times, it will become the second nature. Okay, and that's what the tension is all about. Okay, and that's about it. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and again, thank you very much for comments, sharing my videos, and I will see you another time.